Greetings to all of you, wherever you're listening from. I am Commander Bimal Raj, a TEDx speaker, internationally certified trainer and coach, mindset mentor, and a teen and parents coach. In this podcast, The Awkward Talks, I bring you topics that are usually considered taboo or are not discussed freely, but are some of the most pivotal things that we should be talking about.
Hello everyone. Today we are diving into a topic that is as old as time, but is just as relevant today. Scapegoating. Yes, we are talking about the age-old habit of blaming someone else for all your problems. Whether it's your sibling, your colleague, or even the family goat. Okay, maybe not the goat. We are going to talk about all of it. Alright, let's kick things off with a little story. Now picture this. You're at a family dinner and suddenly the power goes out. Everyone immediately looks at you and says, "Arey Ravi, tumne fir se kuch kar diya na?" Means, Ravi, you again did some mischief, right? It doesn't matter that you are sitting quietly minding your own business. Somehow, it's your fault. And that, my friends, is scapegoating in the simplest terms. Now, scapegoating is not just limited to family dinners. It's everywhere. In fact, the term itself has ancient roots. Now, imagine being a goat in ancient Israel. You're just chilling, eating some grass, when suddenly the entire village comes and put all their sins on you and sends you off into the wilderness. This ritual was believed to cleanse the community of its sins. So basically, they were offloading their guilt onto a poor, unsuspecting goat. Sounds like a bad day to be a goat, right? But why do we do this? Why do we love blaming others for our own problems? Well, it's a psychological defense mechanism. When things go wrong, it's easier to blame someone else than to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, maybe I messed up." And in India, we've mastered this art. From blaming the government for potholes to blaming the weather for our bad mood, we are pros at this. In many Indian households, the youngest sibling often becomes the black sheep. If the fridge is left open, if the light is left on, if there is a global pandemic, it's all their fault. Sounds familiar? Alright, let's get a bit more serious for a moment. Scapegoating isn't just about annoying your little brother. It can have serious consequences, especially in professional settings and personal relationships. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and even career derailment. So it's important to understand what scapegoating is, recognize when it's happening, and learn how to address it. Sigmund Freud, the granddaddy of psychoanalysis, talked about this in his theory of defense mechanisms. He explained how people use various strategies to protect themselves from anxiety and guilt. Scapegoating is one such strategy. It externalizes blame and keeps the individual's self-esteem intact. Have you ever noticed how, in times of crisis, people are quick to find a scapegoat? It's almost like a reflex. When things go wrong, instead of calmly analyzing the situation, the instinct is to find someone to blame. This tendency is deeply rooted in our psychology. It's a way to make sense of the chaos around and maintain a sense of control, even if it means unfairly targeting someone. In many Indian families, the youngest sibling often gets the brunt. If there is a mess in the house, who did it? The youngest one, of course. If the Wi-Fi isn't working, it must be because they were downloading something. It doesn't matter if they were actually studying for their exams. Blame them anyway. Then there is the classic scenario of the family business. Imagine the eldest son decides not to join the family business and pursue something else, like becoming a musician. Suddenly, every financial hiccup is blamed on him. देखो, अगर तू business join करता तो आज ये दिन नहीं देखना पड़ता. Means, see, if he had joined our family business, we would not have to see this day. It's as if his personal choice is responsible for the family's economic crisis. Now, scapegoating isn't just limited to family, it extends to social and community settings also. For example, most people from my generation remembers our Indian cricket bowler Chetan Sharma for the last ball of Australasia Cup 86, where Pakistan's Javed Miandad hit him for a 6 on the last ball and won the match. Where if you remember that he also took 16 wickets in 2 tests against England in the same year, or that he's the first ever bowler to take a hat-trick in a World Cup match. This is classic scapegoating in action. What about a corporate setup or any workplace? Picture this, there is a big team project and things start going south. Deadlines are missed, quality is compromised, and the client is not happy. Now, instead of everyone acknowledging their part in the disaster, what do? They all point fingers at the newest member in the team. Arey Ramesh, तुम्हारा आने के बाद ना सब गड़बड़ हो गया. Means Ramesh, it's only after you joined us that everything went south. Poor Ramesh, he was just trying to figure out where the coffee machine is. And now he's blamed for everything from missing deadlines to the office plant dying. Well, this scenario might sound ridiculous or far-fetched, but it happens in various forms all the time. In professional settings, scapegoating is a way to avoid taking responsibility. It is easier to blame the new guy or the intern than to admit, hey, we all messed up. It's like playing the game of passing the parcel with blame. Nobody wants to be left holding it. During my Navy days, I had a course mate who was called Jinku, a brilliant and studious chap. But for some weird reason, the squad in which he used to be was considered jinxed. That squad always got caught and was punished by seniors. If people came late and had to join one of the two squads, they used to first check where Jinku was and then join the other squad. Luckily, he was a sport and didn't take these things to heart. We may joke about this and may say it's all good fun, but the impact on the person at the receiving end can be pretty severe. Imagine Ramesh coming to work every day knowing that no matter what happens, he will be the one to take the fall. He starts to dread going to work. His self-esteem plummets and he might even start questioning his own abilities. क्या मैं सच में इतना useless हूँ? Means, am I really that useless? And it's not just unfair, it's emotionally damaging. Constant scapegoating can even lead to anxiety and depression. Now let's talk about the systemic issues that foster scapegoating in the workplace. Often, scapegoating is a symptom of deeper problems within the organization, like poor leadership or lack of accountability. It's like trying to slap a band-aid on a broken leg and hoping that it heals. In many workplaces, the culture is driven by fear and blame rather than collaboration and learning. Leaders who lack the skills to manage and motivate their teams might resort to scapegoating to deflect blame from their own shortcomings. Instead of fostering a culture of accountability and growth, they create an environment of fear and blame. अगर कुछ गलत हुआ तो किसी को तो blame करना पड़ेगा. Means if something goes wrong, someone has to take the blame. Now, lack of accountability is another major issue. In organizations where there are no clear structures for accountability, it's easy for blame to be shifted around. Without clear guidelines and processes, scapegoating becomes a way to avoid taking responsibility. Unhealthy competition can also fuel scapegoating. In highly competitive environments, people might feel pressured to deflect the blame onto others to protect their own status. This kind of cutthroat atmosphere is detrimental to team cohesion and overall productivity naturally. It's like a game of snakes and ladders where everyone is trying to climb up while pushing others down. Now let us look at scapegoating in personal life. Like I mentioned earlier, in many households there is always one person who is blamed by default for everything. Like I said, many times it's a younger sibling. Let's call him Chintu for now. Now any consideration of other reasons start only after Chintu is cleared. The fridge is left open. Arey, Chintu must have left it open. The TV remote is missing. Surely Chintu must have misplaced it. It doesn't matter if poor Chintu wasn't even at home. He is still to blame. Scapegoating in families can create deep emotional scars. The scapegoated individual might start feeling isolated and unloved. Cooking is not up to the mark. Could be because of the new daughter-in-law who is working and does not have the time to invest in cooking delicious meals for the family. Child not performing well at school, it's again the working mother who gets blamed. If a group of friends go on a holiday and the hotel booking gets messed up, instead of all of them coming together to fix it, it's always the fault of the guy who booked it, even though he may have sent the hotel details to everyone for confirmation. Social media has made scapegoating even more dramatic. One celebrity makes a typo in a viral post and the entire internet descends on them like a pack of angry hornets. Insults can range from personal attacks on their grammar to the pride of the nation solely residing on their tweet. It's brutal out there in the digital world. Most of us remember the brilliant actor Alia Bhatt for her one answer in Coffee with Karan when she named the President of India wrong. So what if she's a national award-winning actor? Now let us look more at the impact the scapegoating has on the victims. The psychological impact of being constantly blamed can take a heavy toll on the person's mental health. It's like carrying an invisible backpack full of bricks. Each accusation adds another brick, weighing them down. The scapegoated individual might start believing the negative things being said about them. Their self-esteem takes a hit, leading to chronic stress and anxiety. Over time, this can lead to long-term emotional trauma. The constant blame creates a cycle of self-doubt and depression. It's like trying to climb a mountain with someone constantly throwing stones at you. It's exhausting and demoralizing. There is also an impact on physical health. Chronic stress can lead to issues like headaches, high blood pressure, and even heart problems. So next time you think about blaming someone for the missing TV remote, remember you could just be adding on to their stress levels. So what are the coping strategies that you can do? First is build resilience. Engage in self-care activities, seek therapy if needed, and develop strong personal boundaries. Taking care of your mental and physical health is crucial. Think of it like building a personal shield like that of Captain America. Next is seek support. Connect with friends and groups who understand and validate your experiences. Having a support system can make a huge difference. When we are right in the middle of it, we need someone who can remind us of how awesome we are. Long-term solutions is focus on personal growth, foster positive relationships, encourage healthy communication. Basically, constantly work on self-improvement. When your self-esteem and confidence is high, it is easy to stand up against scapegoating. Remember the beautiful saying, no one can ride your back unless it is bent. Now, if you are facing this at the workplace, make sure that you document the instances where you were unfairly blamed. If it continues, you need to take it to the HR and share these instances. Don't hesitate to use formal channels to report unfair treatment. It is important to stand up for yourself and seek solution. Also, even at the workplace, you will find fellow colleagues who see you and appreciate you for who you truly are and be your support. How do we prevent scapegoating? Everything starts at home. First, have a hard look at yourself. Do you tend to blame other people or external factors when things go wrong at home or in your life? What kind of conversation and comments do you make around your family, especially your children? Remember, home is where the initial lessons of scapegoating are learned. As a family or as an organization, we need to speak about this issue. Many times, this does not happen with an intention to cause hurt or depression. It is just for fun without understanding the deeper impact of these comments. Therefore, creating awareness is very important. Encourage yourself and others to speak up and advocate for themselves when they feel unfairly blamed. This can be challenging, especially if someone has low self-esteem or has been targeted for a while. This means being confident in your rights and speaking up when they are violated. It means standing up for yourself and not accepting unfair treatment. This can be done through direct communication with those involved or by using formal grievance channels at the workplace. Developing assertiveness is another essential skill. Assertive communication can help you set clear boundaries and defend yourself against scapegoating. It's about expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and respectfully without being aggressive or passive. Remember that you can be really sweet and gentle, but also be firm at the same time. Most important is to build supportive environments. Whether it's at home or at work, it should be a space where others can comfortably express their thoughts and concerns without any fear of judgment or retaliation. As we end this episode, I want to leave you with a thought. Imagine a world where everyone feels valued and respected, where empathy replaces blame, where we lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. It might sound like a dream, but trust me, it's a dream worth striving for. Think about the people in your life, your family, friends and colleagues. Each one of them is fighting their own battles, carrying their own burdens. The next time you feel the urge to blame, pause and reflect. Choose empathy over anger, understanding over judgment. And by doing so, you not only help them, but also contribute to a more compassionate and just world. Remember, change starts with awareness and action. Together, we can create a more just and empathetic world. Let's be the change that we wish to see. Let's stand up against scapegoating and stand up for each other. If you like this episode, please don't forget to rate it. Click on the follow button so that you don't miss anything from us. Do share with others to help them understand this topic better. This is Commander Bimal Raj, and I will be back with another topic very soon.